Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to talk start collecting Kings of War Ambush, and today we're going to be focusing on the Goblins. Now, the Goblins have a brand new Ambush starter, a box set that you can see pictured here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the contents of this box set and what they do on the tabletop before looking at some other units we can use to bring into the force and expand upon this initial box set. We'll then show you at the end of the video a little sample army list of 500 points for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Kings of War Goblin army in ambush style. And so with that, let's talk about the contents of the box set. First of all, we get a Sharp Sticks Regiment. This is a basic troop for the Goblins, melee 5+, defense 4+, nothing too great there, but it does have the Phalanx special rule. This stops Thunderous Charge being able to work. It really is a super powerful ability in the ambush mode of the game, where generally your cavalry are going to be small but very hard hitters, and you're not going to have the massive troops to sort of take, the large hits from a Thunderous Charge and stuff like that. So having something with Phalanx at the core of your force, I think, is almost essential. Now, alongside our Sharp Sticks Regiment as well, we are going to have a nice little shooting unit called Spitters. They've got 10 attacks, melee 6+, but range 5+ with 24-inch bows. Nothing too crazy to write home about there, but the Sharp Sticks themselves, they can take a Morp Up, which is a special upgrade. It can give them some extra attacks in melee, which is really cool and just helps get some extra damage into that unit. The last thing we get in this box set is a Mincer Mob. Now, this is definitely going to be the big heavy hitter for our Goblin force here. Troops have attacks of D6 plus 14, or a regiment with 3 models will have D6 plus 21 attacks. Melee 4+, and defense 4+ is really nice. They've got a big shield, brutal, crushing strength, and thunderous charge. All the rules we need there to be a good offensive unit in the ambush mode of the game. If we start to look at some other units we can bring into the force, I think Fleabag Riders are a really fun addition to a Goblin force. First of all, troops are going to have 7 attacks, or regiments with 14, and then melee and defense 4+ each. Nimble is a really good word to have on your cavalry, enabling them to move across the table much easier. Thunderous Charge and Vicious Melee there are going to be really powerful to get this unit having some extra damage potential on that charge. Morp Up is an option for them to get some extra damage and extra attacks out of them as well. You could choose to go maybe a more harassment style unit on your Fleabag Rider Sniffs. These are a shooting variation. Now, they still do have Nimble and Vicious Melee because they're still riding Fleabags, but they exchange that Thunderous Charge for the ability to have 18-inch short bows with steady aim. They're going to have a defense of 3+, so they drop a point of defense, but they do have range 5+ and 7 or 14 attacks depending whether they're a troop or regiment. If we're looking for maybe an alternate unit to bring in some power instead of the Fleabag Riders, we could definitely look at Trolls. For a regiment, you're going to have 9 attacks at 115 points, defense 5+, so definitely a lot tougher than some of the other units we've talked about already for the Goblins. Now, you've got Crushing Strength 2 and Regeneration 5+ here, so this is more a grindy, strong unit rather than something that's going to be really damaging on the charge like the Fleabag Riders. Now, you've got a couple of options. You can go upgrade with Det Packs for the Horde only, so that's not really going to be apparent when we're playing in ambush, but they are there. And so talking about them, I guess when you are playing full-size games of Kings of War, when this unit suffers a rout, all units, both friendly and enemy within 6 inch, suffer D6 plus 1 piercing hits as they effectively explode. So some cool rules there for your hordes when they are, available to you later on as you start playing larger games of Kings of War. Now, lastly, I want to talk about the Rabble unit. You can take them in a regiment for 75 points. You get 12 attacks. These are, a cheaper option to bring Sharp Sticks. They don't have the Phalanx rule that the Sharp Sticks do, but they do come in, 20 points cheaper per regiment. They can take that Morp Up option as well for some extra damage if they want to. And so here we have our sample army for the Goblins. Center of our line here is going to be held by 2 regiments, mainly the Sharp Sticks, and the Spitters are pretty much providing some backup. Those Sharp Sticks really are going to be where you hold your line with. We've got 2 big, heavy outflankers. The idea is just to draw people in on the Sharp Sticks and Spitters, harassing them with that shooting, while we're getting your Flea Riders regiment and the Mincer Mob troop into your opponent's army, deep into their flanks or trying to hit, their main line on the side, or even hit their backfield as well. This is a pretty simple army list for the Goblins, and it works as 2 units in the center, 1 unit either side, and you have those side units move up. You could also try and go, a refused flank where you have one of your forces, and then you sort of swing. Or you could go, the hammer and anvil style of having your forces on one side with the Fleabag and Mincer on the other, trying to swing your hammer to connect with your anvil. 4 regiments and troops though, totaling 500 points perfectly, no unlocked units in this force. If you've been playing with the Goblins in Kings of War Ambush or in Kings of War Standard, let us know how you've been going down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. Also, down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, or by grabbing some merch from either Ko-fi or Teespring. All of these are the best ways to help support the channel, and it means the world to us that people do choose to help support us. Now, as a special thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Kevin Bowman, Iron Grinch, and Nuffs. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, Dave Crozier, Dylan Areno, and James Tillman. And lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel you can see here, and indeed pick up the stickers of the amazing artwork or the amazing artwork on our merch as well if you want to. But thank you once again, everyone, and a special thanks as well to everyone who helps support the channel and to all those who come and help with the channel, be the people that come and do battle reports or indeed those that are managing our Discord server. Thank you all once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.